And there's this whole battle, natural hair versus wigs or weaves. What's your take on it?
Your natural hair is good for church programs. Your natural hair is good for when you want to pick your kids at school.
Oh, wow.
Don't bring your natural hair to my event. I have natural hair, but I'm wearing a wig. But I don't have to. I can wear my natural hair if I want to go out. If I'm going to the beach, now I can wear my natural hair. It's good for the beach. If I'm going to church, it's okay. Do you get what I'm saying? If I'm going to pick maybe going to play with my niece, it's cool. If I'm in my house, it's okay. But why would I want to wear a nice dress, expensive dress, expensive heels? At least I'll do ponytail. At least. But when you do natural hair, you're wearing a nice dress. I'm looking at the dress up. I just look at the face, and they do one thing. They do one thing when they pay me. You will not do that small makeup and say you're a minimalist. No,
no, Chloe.
Hola. Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into a very interesting topic that has been trending for a while now and has stirred up a lot of debate. I'm talking natural hair and black women. But before we get started, if you're just seeing this hot chocolate for the first time, hey, this is Tinuola, and right here I share valuable content. So if you like the vibe, please consider subscribing down below. It's quite fascinating how quickly the natural hair movement came and left. Right now, it feels like it has lost momentum. When natural hair was trendy, almost every black girl wanted to style their natural hair. And it was something really fascinating, especially for me that I've never styled my natural hair. I jumped on that bandwagon as well. In 2013, I went natural for the first time because I grew up with relaxed hair. And it was all about exploring the possibilities of styling your hair in different ways that could look really chic, really beautiful, and also growing your hair to waist length. In fact, growing our natural hair to waist length became the goal for a lot of women, for a lot of young girls, especially watching influencers style their natural hair, looking beautiful, looking long, healthy, and we all wanted to have that kind of hair. We all wanted to mirror the kind of hairstyles and the kind of hair texture that the natural hair influencers we were watching had. All of that had an effect on us because a lot of people got disappointed after a couple of years, 2-3 years. Some did not even last few months because at the end of the day, it was like, this is so stressful. It takes so much time. It actually takes a couple of dollars from your account to get good products. And at the end of the day, it's still not giving the kind of results you want. It reminds me of going to the gym to have a BBL body because I have this influencer I follow and I really like what her body looks like because she goes to the gym. And after going to the gym for a year or two, I'm still not getting that body and I just give up. So that is what happened to a lot of women that went natural and now relaxed their hair, because the hair goals were not adding up. Also, it got boring for a couple of people because we are so used to having our hairstyles changed so frequently, especially as black women, African women. Growing up, we started, it's already in our culture to style our hair in different ways with different textures, sleek to curly to wavy to braided. It's part of the culture. So it kind of got boring for some people to keep styling just their natural hair. But embracing diversity comes at its own cost. Many black women have become double standard. Take, for example, I had my fair share of this few months ago when I went viral on TikTok for the first time. Who knew styling my natural hair could actually make me go viral? But you could clearly see the texturism plastered all over the comment sections, how negative a lot of black women perceived natural, fussy, curly hair. In contrast to that, hardly would you see any hair extension tutorial videos have so many negative comments. Even when you see hair videos of lace wigs that look absolutely ugly and so dramatic and clearly unflattering to the person, you would still not see people go under the comments to insult or leave negative comments about that hair. So who do we blame for this? Are we still blaming slavery or capitalism? Because yes, there is a big industry around hair extensions. This is a over $4 billion industry, and so people are making money based off of our insecurities. Yes, so people are making money from shaming natural hair. I recently saw a video on TikTok about where some synthetic hair extensions come from, and obviously, as we expect, there would be divided comments. Some people were like, this is utterly disgusting, and some were like, you know what, I think this is good for the ecosystem. Knowing fully well that my extensions are coming from recycled products, it's quite refreshing, but I digress. We as Africans or Black people also have a fair share of the blame, which brings me to the next point. Natural hair is a political statement. From it being deemed as a childish look, to a style only for broke-ass girls, to a show of class. If I can afford 100% human hair, then I'm not in the same class as you wearing synthetic wig. We also have the other political side where celebrities who wear their natural hair publicly are perceived as strong women, activists, instead of a soft feminine woman. Now here's where it gets real. It's not just about people making videos or tutorials or sharing their experiences about natural hair or Black women hair in general. It's about the toxic comments that follow, the active devaluing and shaming natural hair. The issues lie in the unnecessary criticism and stigmatization of 4C natural hair. Because let's get it right, 4C natural hair is the most coarse natural hair and is the one that gets the least rep. That being said, what is being displayed is called texturism. People prefer less curly hair or straight hair to curly, thick, natural 4C hair. Straight hair here and natural 4C hair right here. A lot of this can be improved obviously with positive representation. Positive because we do not only want to see natural hair in Hollywood or Nollywood movies when a girl is suffering and then she's now rich and she no longer wears a natural hair. We shouldn't only see natural 4C hair in campaigns of brands, upcoming brands that are trying to look inclusive, but we also want to see natural 4C hair being displayed and represented in the luxury spaces. Because let's be honest, a lot of women right now are pro soft life, are pro sleek, are pro I want to have, the soft girl era. I want to look feminine. But if companies and brands and just the entire media representation is not tailored towards incorporating our natural 4C hair in the luxury spaces, it becomes more difficult for people to actually see the possibility of wearing their natural hair in those spaces. It's like once you have the money, then you shouldn't spend money on your natural hair, wearing it in public spaces, but you should actually spend money on extensions. So let's change the narrative that you can't both be a slay queen, a soft feminine Black girl, and have your natural hair being worn in public spaces. This video went viral when a Nigerian girl was talking about how she could wear, or people could wear, their natural hair to to their church or their children's school, but shouldn't wear it to important events where you have a nice outfit. So we can actively see that she was devaluing natural hair, even though she tried to cover it up to say, oh, I didn't mean it that way, my words were taken out of context. What you said was very clear.
You'll be carrying natural hair about. Who natural hair help? Okay. You better wear your wig. I be doing like this. And be flipping it. Go and spend that money on hair. Draw your brows. Buy lip gloss, look good. Natural hair is not selling market.
And that is also what I do not appreciate, because there's that thing where people are coming out to bash natural hair And in the same vein, they're trying to cover it up by or downplaying it by saying, oh, I didn't mean it that way. I was just saying maybe. I didn't mean it that way, you know, I was just giving my own piece of advice and opinion. But what you meant was very clear. I've said this before on TikTok and maybe here on YouTube, but there is really no shame in styling extensions or straightening out your natural hair, you know, relaxing your hair. I've done a couple of those. I've done relaxed hair, I've done texturized hair, perms, everything. But I don't see any reason why we shouldn't have the freedom to style our hair the way we want to style our hair, because we kind of have that superpower to embrace any style and it will look good on us as Black women. But it's very important that we are not doing that out of spite for the hair growing out of our scalp. We are not being ashamed of the hair growing out of our scalp. Take for example, a lot of people wear wigs and extensions because of health reasons. Let's say they are going through cancer, they have alopecia. I also went through my own moment of alopecia a few years ago, barely 2 years ago, when I had hair damage and I lost a lot of my hair. I've made a video about that which you guys can check out on the channel. I'm gonna link it here as well. But you know, I had to start wearing a lot more protective hairstyles after that period of time. But the thing about protective hairstyles, which is great, is that as much as we want to wear protective hairstyles to protect our hair during certain phases or during certain seasons, like winter here in Canada, it shouldn't be that you're wearing protective hairstyles all year long and you're ashamed of showing out your natural hair, because that still boils down to the fact that you are ashamed of your natural hair. I'm talking about people that are not doing this for health purposes. You're just doing this because, okay, the weather is cold, you want to wear protective hairstyles, or you just don't have time for your natural hair, or you want to grow out your natural hair and you're just wearing protective hairstyles. But anyway, that's my opinion and I would like to know yours. Of recent, I've realized that I have actually not worn my natural hair in a cold season, in a cold weather, and I've been living in a cold climate for almost 10 years now, which is insane. So I made a commitment to actually try to style my natural hair in the cold weather this quarter. Yes, in 2024, first quarter. The winter season, I'm going to be styling my natural hair a lot more, and yeah, I might share some of those styles with you guys here on YouTube or on Instagram, TikTok. So if you're not following me on social media, definitely do so. Yep, follow me real quick. And I do want to point out that I'm not doing that to try to prove anyone wrong or to try to prove anything to anyone. At the end of the day, we all have the freedom to choose whatever we want. But I genuinely want to do this for myself because I've realized that I find it really difficult to style my hair ever since I went bald and I started doing a lot more protective hairstyles. So this is my entryway back into loving my hair and actually caring more for myself. But yeah, I want to keep you guys updated on the journey, and I do want to hear your take on this topic. Definitely leave me comments down below, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give this video a thumbs up and share if you enjoyed watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching, and until then, keep shining.